Hello.
How's it going, guys?
How's it going? Welcome to episode 3.
Episode 3. That's pretty cool.
And I can't believe we're up to episode 3 now,
I
man.
want to start boosting this so we can actually start getting people to come watch our episodes.
Yes, and please, we really want to start off with this. Please watch this and give your own opinions. We want to talk about what you guys want to talk about.
Right, absolutely. It's subscribe so that we can get, so that you can get the information when we send it out first day, first come, first serve. That way you can at least, have the newest stuff on your feed.
Exactly. So again, we definitely want to talk about what everyone else is thinking. So with that said, today I think we just decided to make this a very topic-eccentric.
Right, like just focus on one specific topic for the night.
Exactly. So today what I was just thinking about, which was what I want to talk about, is just how our generation is doing in the workforce. Just us millennials.
It's mixed reviews. Because you get the people who say, millennials are, lazy, who, don't really put in the hard work. But then it's 2017. It's not 1980. It's a whole different thing. Like, it's a whole different plane of existence. There's so much more that's going on right now that us as millennials have been brought up in that, other generations just don't understand.
Exactly, and I think that's probably the big thing. Is I think that the previous generations just don't understand. I feel like the technology front and everything like that just came so fast and so strong.
Right.
That just even now, I think even us, we're still trying to keep up with what's coming out.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I stopped paying attention to the other specifics other than the stuff that I really care about. Phones, iPods, stuff like that, video game systems, of course. But as far as the new technologies that they're using in other fields, I haven't really been keeping up with it. So I can easily say that I'm left behind.
Yeah, and I'd say aside from those initial arguments, I think one of the things I wanted to talk about that came through my mind with the whole millennials in the workforce is just how much the dynamic has changed in just the environment itself. There's a lot more chillness.
Right.
Look at.
Right, exactly. The beautiful thing about technology is that it allows you to work from home and just change up, the setting of what work really means. You can, with Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, you can just stay at home and be on a laptop all day and just, if you know how to do it properly, you can bring home big paychecks, much bigger paychecks that you could do actually working.
Exactly, and I think for me, just one of the things about that is just I love the more relaxed feel.
Right. I mean, we just added something at work where it kind of puts more people not under surveillance, because that's not exactly what it is, but it just keeps people more. I can't even think of the word, but it kind of just keeps people honest. Which I don't know if I really like that, because it's not even honesty. It's just it keeps you doing stuff. It keeps you busy. And
yeah.
I'm never one for busy work. That doesn't get anything done. That doesn't stimulate your brain at all. So at one point, yes, the new workforce is a little bit more relaxed, but it's also more under control.
I can see that. I can see where you're coming from on that. And that's what I love too, is I think we as a generation, we do see that there's way more to life than just work. So we want to have we do want to have that
time freedom.
Exactly.
Time freedom is the most part. Yeah, because again, when you go to work, you trade in your time for money. But then when you become if you do decide to become an entrepreneur, which is most of what people are doing now in this economy, you change money for time. You make your investments and you put in what you need to put in, but in the long run, you're actually buying back your 40s, your 50s. You're buying those back because you're not working through them anymore. You set up your future so that you can have time and spend time with your family, spend time with friends, and being able to do whatever you want because you're not tied down to just working.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of that, I mean, just the whole trying to get back into not having to work as much. Just look at you with your
Paseo. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely not something that you can jump into and close your ears off and think you know it all, because that's not how it is. Let me tell you, I'm wrong more times than I'm right. But the willingness to put in that work is what really is going to pay off. It may not show now. It may not show in a couple months, but that consistency. You don't deadlift 315 pounds before you're able to deadlift 135, and then you work your way up to 315. So it could take months, it could take years, but as long as you're as long as you get there is what the most important thing should be, you know?
Exactly. I agree, and just thinking about that too, it's cool to see how that dynamic has kind of spread a lot more with the whole network marketing thing.
Right.
It's like before sales were just you just advertise a big ass billboard
Right.
and boom, come on over. But now that whole word of mouth thing.
Word of mouth, Facebook, Google. Google's huge. If you're not on Google, dude, you're failing. Because think about it, everything goes through Google. Even Bing probably goes through Google, just to make sure that its answers are right.
Yeah, Google is so. It's been so resourceful in every single way. I mean,
you can literally teach yourself whole new languages just using Google.
Pretty much, it's school wrapped in one single web address.
Absolutely. I mean, shit, it got me through college. Google, Wikipedia, yo.
Smart notes.
I got my degree because of that stuff. So it's a different reality that we're existing in right now, and it's hard for a lot of people to accept because, like you said, the technology boom happened so quickly that people are still like, that shit really just happened, and then it's 2017, and they're still trying to catch up from 2004.
Exactly, and I hope that's just something we can probably reach out to people of other generations. I don't think any which generation is better than the other, because definitely those previous generations, God, do they have a deep sense of self-respect, hard work, and
every generation has its own best qualities and worst qualities. So it's not that one is just mean or one is too nice, or I mean everybody was raised differently. Times were different. Think about it, like 40 years ago, 1950, 1960, we're still in Vietnam. Like those are whole different sets of rules and like how people thought. It's just a different time. And it's weird because there's a lot of people who remain like a traditional mindset, and they're the ones that are usually ostracized because of that. Because like when you think traditional, I usually think kind of outdated, and it's not for everything, of course. Nothing beats a classic, but it's a different generation, it's a different reality, it's a different time. So sometimes traditions need to adjust accordingly.
And I think that's the key, is just adjust them. You don't have to do away with them.
Right, and you don't have to force other ones to get into it, absolutely.
And I think that's a big thing too, is just people are just trying to force on this whole new change, but they're not thinking we can just tweak it. Yeah. We don't have to.
There is so many different variations of possible outcomes that can occur, that just to say that things are black and white is limiting yourself to just a hallway of possibilities, when that's awful. Again, the fifth dimension of probabilities, time spaces, all possible outcomes are occurring simultaneously. So why would you limit yourself to just, it can only do this, there's only one way? There's not, there's way more.
Exactly.
Hell, you can skip that step altogether and then just come back to it later. Like that's a reality that you can do. It's just different. I don't know. It's because I see things like on Facebook and stuff where it's just like, oh, millennials are so blank, or they only do blank, and it's just like, oh god. That's the same for any previous generation. There was those kids who slacked off. There were those people who talked too much, or were always on the radio, who had headphones in their ears, or
for sure.
Yeah, so it's not just this generation. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I feel like we're ostracized for a lot. And I think a lot of it is just our generation is the one opening up with the whole
acceptance
of this. And like, look what we got right now with the whole transgender thing in the workforce. Like that's something I think our millennial generation is dealing with right now.
There's a lot of stuff that is more out in the openly accepted as well than there has been in the past multiple decades.
Mm-hmm.
Again, one of the easiest examples of that is if you watch 21 Jump Street, when they go back and they have that incident in the parking lot. That's a huge sign of just within 10 years, or maybe even less than that. I don't know the time frame between the movie, but it was a short amount of time to a completely different paradigm, where what his verbiage is outdated and seen in a completely different light.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy how fast things are moving, and it's understandable how hesitant people are to go in with it.
I definitely feel like right now we're right at that. I don't want to say the silver lining, but we're
the precipice.
We're getting to that point. The previous generations are aging farther. They're getting closer to retirement. We're finally